Today for the Cougar, we're going to start repairing this. We're going to take off this, probably the master cylinder, move this harness out of the way, probably pull the strut. Besides, this is broken, so I have new front springs coming. And yeah, we're going to start cleaning that up, and then Logan's going to patch it up for me because he's the welder, I am not. From the back side, here's the hole that formed from the brake fluid leaking. That's I'm thinking not enough support for that strut, so probably not going to be driving it anymore. Holy cow. Till I get that fixed. Yeah, that's something special. At least it's in an easy enough place to get to, but dang. And on the inside, it's pretty free and clear to get to that, so it won't be a problem to clean that off and get that welded. Okay. Yikes. Would I have said no if I had seen this ahead of time? I don't think so. I think I still would have gone for it and tried to get it fixed. And here's that rust from this back side. So you can see it goes pretty much all the way around. We're gonna put this stuff back in where it was. Gonna take out this whole panel here, so that looks like screw, screws there, fasteners there, fasteners there. So I don't need to take on that walk, but that's what I'm doing now. Get full harness off, all this go there. Yes, oh, they were just the nuts. They're right here. What are you checking?
I'm just putting them in so I get the bottom line loose.
Oh.
Oh, I can get them loose through this nice rust hole.
There you go.
Oh, look at that.
That's so convenient.
Uh-huh.
It's like as if they rusted in that fashion.
We should,
so.
you know, we should just leave a window here so we can.
Okay, so I wonder how many years that was leaking.
Yeah, you'd think you'd take care of that, but because I mean, this definitely. I wouldn't imagine that 5. Well, maybe.
And I don't think he knew how bad it was.
Come here, motherfucker.
How you doing, Jinxie? You're not as much of a helper as Owen was. But
He's yelling at you now.
right. I just got in the right lane and went around them. And she was about to get in the right lane. I was like, nope, you just wait in that lane. I don't care. Whatever happens, I don't fucking care. Do you want to let that soak and we can work on another part?
Yeah, we can get if you want to wiggle it, I'll do that.
Or do you want to get it in the little prop there?
No, I don't want to pry against the booster because it's really thin. Well, it's because the port.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you got everything all left connected. What's that?
Over the edge, and then it's sturdy.
Yeah, I think that'll look pretty good. Yeah, if it comes out just a little bit, it goes around. That's what I was thinking too, that it would go around those. And then on the other side,
I don't know what metal we should use because it's gonna be really hard to bend that without like a fat gas or acetylene torch. Careful, don't look too far back there.
only show the good stuff. Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
So we have piece on the inside. You got the piece down there. And
Yeah,
then
just don't look back here because I couldn't see it.
there's nothing to see.
Oh yeah,
The camera doesn't even go back
That's
that
right.
far. And then there's the piece we put here just to get.
careful that I just welded
is-
that.
that was
That's
hot.
really hot.
That was
That's
hot.
probably super hot.
Look at that, how you got right in there too.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Now all I have to do is drill the holes for the proportioning valve and
You're gonna have a fun time. You got 2 layers to drill through, and you gotta tighten the subframe bolts. And yes, it's not a solid bead. Those are all single tack, so I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear nothing. I'm not a welder.
but you play one on TV.
Yeah, I do. Did you
You
show
don't
me
even
the
know that.
inside?
You don't even know that reference, do you?
Nope, I don't.
I'm not a doctor, but I play one on TV. Look at that. Boy,
That might be hot too.
it's a little bit, but it's not too bad. So I coated it on the inside before we put it in. So, and That is looking good. It looks like I should just be able to drill right through that to put the proportioning valve in, but you know.
You got 2 layers to drill through.
Yeah, I got another
and they've
side.
been pretty work hardened. So
that's a much thicker piece too. Yeah, we're pretty solid there.
yeah, and honestly, I'm pretty happy with that. Like for what it is, I mean, I spent like 4 hours doing that.
Yeah.
Or something.
I mean, the stuff inside under the bottom
Don't
part.
touch it.
I wasn't touching
You're
it.
about to.
Near it.
Yeah, yeah.
I just love the inability of Ford to really fully paint their vehicle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it won't matter. We can primer over that and it'll look factory.
Yeah.
I mean, that strut tower is all primer.
Logan's got that all done, so I have brushed on some seam sealer really crappily, and the green stuff that is Eastwood internal frame coating. This comes with a nice long, like 2-foot hose with the spray nozzle, and I got in there really good. And I under here, remember, it's a little bit open, so I got under there really good, and seam sealed here. I just have to punch the 2 holes for the proportioning valve. And then while we had her up and we were in that mode, I thought, well, if you know Logan's in the welding mode, we could maybe take a look at this rust. It's actually not too bad. So it was already repaired. You can kind of see that there's quite a bit of filler. Looks like that's a crack actually. This was only surface that was just finally bubbling through. I think these are all previous repairs. Same here. Doesn't even look like it went through at all. And this, it's got some holes. Those were existing, I believe. And you can get to them really easily from the other side. It's right at the seam here. But I got in there with the internal frame coating and cleaned that up, and then nothing there. This is the one where there was the little bit bigger hole. Oops. So that seam sealer sprayed a little bit. That'll come off. This was the hole that was visible. I just sanded down, and then I saw some bubbles here, and so I went after that. I actually opened this one up a little bit so I could get in here, and there was like a little bit of rust just kind of that had flaked off sitting there, and also this was bubbling a little bit, so I sanded that down and got in there with the internal frame coating again, sprayed all around in there, and nothing in the front fenders. We are not done with the repair. I was tightening these back up. This one tightened okay, but this one, that's not there no more. So I'm going to cut this out here, and then cut this one down to about here. And then what we're gonna do is run a plate about here underneath, and then to about that halfway point. So I'm going to cut that, and then I'm going to work on my little patches here. Get those done. It's a nice day. Might be a good day to paint. So this is my idea for the patch. Just a single L-shaped piece, goes underneath, and it actually even comes out just a little bit down on the bottom here, so that you could weld along here. And then this piece would still be along the top. It would even get a little bit bigger and cover this, and you could weld it to that. This piece is in. I do have to put some holes in it for those bolts. That one to get from up top. it does overhang a little bit. It's a little bit light here, but you should be able to get a bead all along through there. And there's actually a 2.5-inch sleeve that goes through there, and that's exactly what I needed. That little drain hole, because big old rust hole. I am going to clean this up and sand it and then coat it and make it look a little bit more presentable. Well, here's the repair. Looks pretty good. I think it looks damn fine. And from the inside, see? Nah, actually, so I got everything all hooked back up, and still have to do the brake line, but I got it back to where it was, plugged in, cleaned up a little bit, and then yeah, this is actually the repair. So there's just that L-shaped, and then we put a piece at the top there, and then there's a sleeve that's exactly the right size, 2.5-inch from a hardware store, and nice and thick steel. And then there's, I can't really see it anymore, but yeah, there's a piece that goes from down there, and then across into there. The only thing he didn't really get to do was tack it in along here, but it's tacked in there, along there, and across there, and plus the sleeves in there. And I'm feeling pretty confident. This is still better than it was when we bought it. This really wasn't even doing any, what the hell is it? This really wasn't even doing anything when I got it, because it was all rusted, and literally the only rust under here, it's about from here to here. It's pretty solid on both sides of that, so I'm pretty confident this will hold up all right. Then I just internal frame coated it, and then I put some rubberized undercoating, so you can barely even tell.